Have you ever heard of a powerful large language model or artificial intelligence tool that originated from Canada? Probably not. Yet, Canadians have been pioneers in AI research. So why does Canada excel in theoretical artificial intelligence, but struggle to turn its breakthroughs into real-world products? Let's dive into this question together. In 2017, Canada was the first nation to launch a national artificial intelligence strategy, 2 years ahead of the US. Canada has been a global leader in artificial intelligence research, producing some of the most influential minds in the field. However, in spite of its strong theoretical foundation in artificial intelligence, Canada hasn't yet developed large language models or artificial intelligence tools at the scale of OpenAI's GPT-4, Google's Gemini, or China's DeepSeek, Ernie, and Wudao. According to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, OECD, Canada's contribution to AI projects has sharply declined between 2011 and 2023. At its peak in 2012, Canada accounted for 8.6% of AI contributions, but by 2023, this figure had dropped to 2.5%. What is happening? What are missing in Canada? First, let's look at the impressive AI research profile in Canada. Geoffrey Hinton is considered a national treasure of Canada. Often referred to as the godfather of AI, Hinton played a pivotal role in the development of deep learning and neural networks. His work on the backpropagation algorithm revolutionized AI training methodologies, allowing neural networks to learn from errors and improve their accuracy. Hinton's research laid the groundwork for many of today's AI applications, including natural language processing and image recognition. In recognition of his groundbreaking contributions, he won the 2024 Nobel Prize, solidifying his status as one of the most influential AI pioneers. Yoshua Bengio, another distinguished Canadian AI researcher, has made groundbreaking contributions to deep learning and artificial intelligence. As a professor at the University of Montreal and a key figure in the Mila Research Institute, Bengio has continued to push the boundaries of machine learning. His work on generative models, attention mechanisms, and unsupervised learning has played a significant role in the development of advanced AI models, including large language models and neural machine translation systems. Bengio has been a leading advocate for ethical AI, emphasizing transparency, fairness, and human-centered AI applications. His influential work has shaped modern AI architectures and inspired a new generation of researchers dedicated to responsible AI development. Canada is also home to some of the world's most prominent AI research institutions. The Vector Institute in Toronto, established in 2017, has been instrumental in advancing AI research, fostering industry collaboration, and driving economic growth. Mila, based in Montreal, is a world-renowned machine learning institute that houses a large community of researchers dedicated to innovation in artificial intelligence. Similarly, AMI, located in Edmonton, is a center of excellence in artificial intelligence research, focusing on bridging scientific advancements and real-world applications. These institutions collectively contribute to Canada's strong academic and research ecosystem in artificial intelligence. Despite its dominance in artificial intelligence research, Canada has yet to develop powerful AI tools by translating theories into products. There is a Chinese idiom, "Caught a deer but let it go without taking the antlers." Similarly, in English, there is the saying, "A poor person doesn't know he is sitting on a gold mine." Both expressions criticize those who fail to seize valuable opportunities. This raises a perplexing question. Why hasn't the Canadian government fully capitalized on its world-class AI talent? In the following, let's explore various factors that limits Canada's AI implementation. Too much focus on fundamental AI research. One of the primary reasons is that Canada's focus has largely been on fundamental AI research rather than commercialization. Canadian AI researchers excel in theoretical advancements but lack the infrastructure and corporate backing required for large-scale AI development. Unlike the US, which has companies like OpenAI, Google, and Meta, and China, with firms like Baidu and Tencent, Canada does not have an equivalent tech giant capable of funding and commercializing large AI models. However, there has been a recognized need to shift towards commercialization. In 2024, a commentator of National Observer wrote, "Canada is a player in AI research, so why can't we commercialize it?" The Canadian government has recently taken steps to address this. For example, in December 2024, the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Industry launched the Canadian Sovereign AI Compute Strategy that will invest up to $2 billion for building data centers and public computing infrastructure. In addition, through the Pan-Canadian Artificial Intelligence Strategy, the Government of Canada is devoting efforts to boost the adoption of artificial intelligence across Canada's economy and society. Making wedding clothes for others. Canadian AI research is facing a sow the seeds, others reap the harvest scenario, akin to the Chinese saying, making wedding clothes for others. A significant factor that hinders AI implementation in Canada is the outflow of Canadian AI intellectual property to foreign companies. Research shows that about 3/4 of patents produced by researchers at Vector Institute and Mila leave the country, with most ending up in the hands of foreign big tech companies. Critics charge that the short-sighted government has institutionalized the transfer of Canadian AI intellectual property to foreign firms, rather than keeping them to build Canadian companies. Brain drain. A related challenge is the migration of top AI talent to other countries. While Canada produces world-class AI researchers, many of them are recruited by major U.S. firms that offer higher salaries, better computing resources, and more opportunities for large-scale AI development. Even Geoffrey Hinton, who spent years in Toronto, was affiliated with Google before and contributed to their AI advancements. Nonetheless, in May 2023, Hinton left his position at Google to speak freely about AI risks. According to Financial Post, Canada was able to slow down the brain drain while anti-immigration sentiment was high during President Trump's first term. However, in his second term, Trump strongly supported attracting foreign workers to Silicon Valley, and thus a new wave of tech worker exodus from Canada is inevitable. Limited computational infrastructure. Another key constraint is limited computational infrastructure. Training LLMs requires extensive computing power, typically relying on vast clusters of GPUs or TPUs. While Canada has some AI supercomputing resources, such as Compute Canada, they do not match the scale of infrastructure available to US and Chinese companies, which have access to proprietary chips and large-scale data centers. The most powerful Canadian research supercomputers, Narval and Beluga, have 76,000 compute cores, which is significantly less than US counterparts like Frontier, which has 8.7 million cores, or Microsoft's Eagle, which has 1 million cores. In a 2024 report entitled, "Can Canada Compute?", the research team admitted that compared to its G7 peers, Canada has the lowest amount of public computing infrastructure and performance. What can Canada do? Canada remains a powerhouse in AI research, with some of the best minds and institutions in the field. However, its lack of major AI corporations, limited computing resources, and brain drain have hindered its ability to develop competitive AI models like LLMs. All of these issues are largely driven by financial constraints. The Pan-Canadian AI strategy has been instrumental in supporting research, but it does not provide the multi-billion-dollar investments required to develop powerful AI models. In April 2024, the Canadian government announced a $2.4 billion package to secure Canada's AI advantage. However, OpenAI's latest funding round in 2024 raised $6.6 billion, bringing its valuation to $157 billion. Indeed, a single U.S. company has substantially more financial resources than Canada's government-led initiatives. If Canada can attract more investment, scale its computing infrastructure, and retain AI talent, it has the potential to become a major player in AI implementation, complementing its existing strengths in fundamental AI research. However, Sandra Wu, the co-author of this discussion and a Canadian with experience in academia and the healthcare sector, expresses skepticism about the government's ability to translate its artificial intelligence investment into tangible results. She bases her concerns on Canada's historical track record with government-funded technology initiatives, which have frequently failed to deliver on their promises. Her skepticism stems from several issues, including current fiscal limitations, past inefficiencies, and structural barriers. The first issue is about Canada's fiscal reality. Given the country's persistent debt, Sandra Wu questions whether the government's financial position truly supports a large-scale AI investment. She views the commitment of up to $2 billion for AI infrastructure as more of a politically convenient announcement rather than a genuinely well-supported initiative. The government's history of ambitious funding promises without effective follow-through raises doubts about whether this artificial intelligence strategy will be any different. Sandra Wu points to multiple past government-backed technology initiatives, such as the Industrial Research Assistance Program, IRAP, Sustainable Development Technology Canada, SDTC, the Atlantic Innovation Fund, and nanotechnology research commercialization efforts, which have failed to achieve significant real-world impact. She highlights how bureaucratic delays, lack of a unified national strategy, conflicting interests, and complacency have consistently undermined these initiatives. Drawing from her own experience in the healthcare sector, she notes that even funding for digital transformation in healthcare often remains trapped in academic circles, with research efforts prioritized over practical development and commercialization. She argues that researchers are incentivized to focus on securing grants and academic prestige rather than collaborating on market-ready innovations, resulting in limited real-world progress. Given these systemic inefficiencies, Sandra Wu remains unconvinced that the Canadian government's new AI strategy will be an exception. She fears that, like previous government-funded technology programs, this initiative may suffer from the same structural barriers, leading to minimal impact despite substantial financial investment. Nevertheless, Sandra Wu firmly believes Canada has the potential to convert its cutting-edge AI research into robust applications at a fraction of the cost traditionally incurred by major tech giants. By actively analyzing, experimenting, and adapting in a timely manner, Canada can fully harness this potential and succeed in the global AI landscape. What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear your perspective. Please share your thoughts in the comments below.